morning, TNT. Good morning. First off, let me thank the Lord Father. Because all of we dodged about it last night, boy. And if all you know how close. Oh, partner, we go get into that. But first, let me give thanks. Have to give thanks. It's a blessed day. We are alive, we here. He give we. And he had to give, yeah? He had to give we, partner. What he give you? So take a second out your day, say your prayers, and give the Lord Father thanks. Give him thanks. And say a prayer for your brother and sister, boy. Because what I am about to tell all you, things will get different fast. Anyway, there we get it. Now, last night, I have a couple military channel and things I listen to, eh? A couple of them. And a couple of them was check military flight path and all them kind of thing. So, partner, here's what go on. Because yesterday they still had that continuation of that special UN meeting that continued yesterday. There was the day before and yesterday. Yesterday, Russia officially announced to the world, not really to the world, more likely to the United States, that they are officially entering the war in Venezuela. So now it's official. Now Russia come out and say they are officially entering the war. Now why? Now, well, we all know Russia there. We know Russia there. We know them involved. But them I come out and say, it kind of covertly or it's implied that they involved. But them I come out and say, we involved now. Well, now it's official. And it so happened the exact time Russia released that, the United States was planning to bomb Venezuela last night. And they called it off last minute. Last minute. Intel reports leak out. Venezuela amassed one massive military there, so massive. If America go in there and put boots on the ground there, it could be a bloodbath, but they will slaughter them. They were shocked by the size of the military that Russia amassed there, so. Yesterday too. Earlier on yesterday, Mr. Donald Trump decided he want to go and threaten China. Now China is the #1 producer of all rare earth metals. And these metals used in things like drones, chips, military hardware, bombs, all kind of thing, car, battery, you name it. So in response, China say they cutting off all transport of rare earth metals to the United States. They cutting them off completely. And partner, last night I watched the stock market almost crash last night. What is the significance of that? What happening to the Trinidad dollar right now? It collapsing. All you never see the Trinidad dollar so. I remember when Trinidad dollar was, I think it was 4 for 1. So 40, so 1 TT go get you, no, 1 US go get you 4 TT. I remember when it was that. Crashing. But the biggest problem is America, and all these countries rely on that for the army, which telling me one thing. China preparing for war. Now I think back a couple months ago. Last year. Putin was in China. And just recently, Putin was there. Who else was there? Modi was there. The leader of North Korea was there in China for some Chinese holiday, national holiday. So them went there. And they signed an arms agreement. If you start a war with one, you start a war with all. So unofficially, if Russia go into war, then China go into war. And the largest military force on the planet is China. The most advanced technology come from China, not from America. All the chip and thing them using in the Americans using in the advanced weaponry and advanced system and thing, it come from China. That is where it come from. And China have an embassy in Trinidad and Tobago. 39 Alexander Street, I tell all you that. China come there to help build this and build that and invest in the country and pitch lake and all kind of thing. The same time them doing that, so Russia working oil deal with Venezuela. China working oil deal with Venezuela too. India was working an oil deal with Venezuela too. Guyana just come out and say. Guyana come out and see Trump starting a war. Trump looking for war. Them was the first one to come out and say, hey, look, you know, Venezuela this, Venezuela that, Venezuela. Now they see the deal they get with the oil. And now they see what US doing, and Venezuela coming out and saying Guyana coming out and saying the exact same thing I saying. Guyana now. So I sit down there last night after all this going on, and I wondering what make US turn back, because that make no sense. They could have launched last night there so, and it done by the morning, according to them. I tell all you yesterday that Russia say they have a secret weapon that they was working on that they're going to reveal soon. Well, I get insight into what that is. And let me tell all you, partner, this is frightening. This is terrifying. Russia just developed a nuclear missile that could fly continuously and pretty much permanently circling the planet, and it never needs fuel. Never run out of fuel. It could just keep circling. And it's up there now. Right now. It is using nuclear power as propulsion. So it never coming down. And they press a button, just like the Oreshnik, the head will open up and it will release individual nuclear bomb. So it could hold between 12 to 50 or more individual nuclear warhead. And every single one of them, they could pinpoint where they wanted. That up there right now. That is the secret weapon. And they have more, they are saying. They have more, they are saying. Yesterday too, a bomb manufacturing plant in Tennessee, which has produced shaped charges and is used C4 and things like that. Big weapon manufacturing plant, a big bomb manufacturing plant in Tennessee, blow up. Whole thing gone. 19 people missing there, so. And the surprising part is nobody has seen nothing, partner. Nothing. Them has seen if it's accident. Them has seen if it's espionage. Them has seen if it was attack. But on that very same day, the Secretary of War signed an agreement to allow Qatar to build a military base on United States soil in Idaho. Very same. Well, me I know what to do with this. Partner, this so bad, me I know how to feel. Because if all you feel, this is just nothing gonna happen. Nah, this worse than I thought. This worse. Which means it don't have 1 square inch on this planet right now that they can't hit at any given time without warning. And like I tell all you, them is hypersonic missile. Hold on, Yeah, the bread man passing there, so. On the motorcycle there. Yeah, that's passing on a motorcycle every morning, You have a big basket on the back of the motor there. Drive down the street and selling bread. Fresh bread, Tasty, man. Real nice bread. And I grew up in a bakery, So if you know, you know. I grew up in a bakery. Anyway, I sit down there and I'm talking to my wife and I'm telling she what I find out. I'm telling she what going on. And at first, she sit back, she say, well, that don't sound too bad. Yeah, it sound bad, but, you know, unless something happen. But then it hit she. And she come back and she say, well, wait a minute. If they could control that thing circling the earth at that kind of speed, and that is what they're telling you, what are they not telling you? That is the frightening part. What they're not telling you. You get the lady in Venezuela, I think she name is Marcia Mercado. She getting the Nobel Peace Prize. But here's the background on Miss Marcia. She's a Trump woman, you know. True and true, right down to the bone. And she say she going to accept that on behalf of Mr. Donald Trump. Canada economy crash. All these countries' economy crashing. China just cut off shipment of all these rare earth metals that the US need. Them can't function their military without it at all. Russia officially announced they in the war with Venezuela, which means them have more man there than they telling all you. The US had 10,000 troops right off the coast. Russia Navy bigger than they thought was there. They say they had one submarine there. They find out is multiple submarine Russia have in that water right now. Nuclear submarine. All of them packed with missiles that could be launched from the water and fly at hypersonic speed. They don't know how much are nuclear tipped missiles. They don't know. Russia say they put nuclear weapons in Venezuela. And more in Cuba and Mexico. China is the leader in drone technology in the world. Drone technology is drones that mashing up Ukraine now. Mashing them up. It's drone. It's a rocket and thing. It's drone that mashing them up. In Latvia and Estonia, a massive part of the country that border with Russia there, so they telling everybody to move. They taking all the people out of the all out of there, so all of them they relocated. Germany restocking. England, all of them. It had a treaty make with the United States saying they can't test nuclear, do nuclear testing and thing. That lapses in February 5th next year, please God. Russia approach United States and tell them, let me resign for another year. Let's extend it. Effectively saying, no nuclear testing. We're done with this. Let me just You know, Russia extend out, well, let me say, an olive branch, pussy. Mr. Trump say no. No. So, partner, here's what I think going to happen. And here's why it's so terrifying. The reason why it's so terrifying is because it's quiet. That is why. It's like when you had children. Most of all you probably listening there probably had children and all you know. Or you had grandchildren and things, you know. The time when they making noise, you worry, you know. Partner, is when they quiet, you start to worry. And you see how quiet them is today. That does worry me. That is where I start to worry. Because you remember, it was the Chinese who write the art of war, you know. Sun Tzu. I read that book back to front. Partner, me, you know how much time. Them write the book on war. And if Russia go into war, China damn well go into war. And China in Trinidad and Tobago now. And the number one country for espionage and hacking and technological warfare is China. Then Russia. Them could shut down all the infrastructure one time. All the resources gone offline. All utilities gone offline. And Russia dropping something called graphite. Is graphite or graphene? One of them. Bomb in Ukraine. They're a regular bomb, a conventional bomb like you would think. Does blow up and release small particles. And it does destroy and short circuit the entire electrical grid. Gone offline. You're in darkness one time and they can't fix it. That's replace everything, partner. Everything. Offline one time. And them using that there so. And I have a feeling, I have a strong feeling they have them same weapons in Venezuela too. I have a feeling. But here's why I feel go happen. Here's what I feel. Now, a couple things could happen. We could have a war. We could have immediate day launch. Things start and that is it. Everything done. America gone in there. They fly in. They bomb them. They blow them up. And then they say, all right, we ain't want to fight this war. We ain't want this. We done. That could be one. Number two, they fly in. And as soon as they fly in, partner, Venezuela launch one time. Russia launch one time. All of them. One time. And who will hit hardest? Trinidad and Tobago. They go hit Trinidad hard and they go hit them fast. And all they know what happened, what go on. And all they wake up one day and half the country gone. Or they go wake up in the middle of the night, all they in their bed and hearing bang, 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 and everything just coming down. That is number two. Or number three, they come up with a fake peace deal. A fake world peace. And then they extend it and give themselves 3.5 years. And at the end of that 3.5 years, world destruction. Every country at war, everybody launch, all at once. Now, the reason why I say 3.5 years. I's a Indian boy, but I's a Christian. I know how you look at it, but partner is an Indian, my mother was an Indian. Mixed with other things, I'm Taino Indian in there, it has some Africa in there, all kind of thing, all kind of things, just like all of we, but mainly Indian. My biological father, not my real father, my biological father was European Canadian, that's why I looking so. But when I born and grew up in an Indian house, I walking around all day with my dhoti, my kurta, all day long, Right now I sit down here wearing a dhoti. Right now. I have my surgeon, I do make no apology for my culture and my heritage, But what I see in here, partner, it don't matter what you is. India, African, you want to see Amerindian, partner, all always the same, it don't matter. That don't matter, that is a kiss me ass title them give everybody. That is a title they give everybody just to put you in a box. Just so they could categorize you. Just so they could sort the sheep. The sheep. But I is a Christian. I is a Christian. And the first thing I do after this last night, I sit down there and read my Bible, boy. I read my Bible, And everything I see in partner, written in Daniel. Everything I see in Revelation. This whole thing going on in the Middle East with that peace deal, partner, that is Daniel 9:27. He strengthened a covenant made with many. You decide in one country fate with the same people who was attacking them and killing them. And them very same people you make a deal with. And now you allowing a base in your country with them same people. So that is why I say nobody's safe. Worldwide, nobody's safe. I don't care where he is, nobody's safe. And Miss Kamala, like I say, them went there for one purpose and one purpose alone. She went there to hand over control of Trinidad and Tobago to the United States. And that is not hyperbole. That is not shit talk. That is a fact. A fact she do that. Because me ain't hear one blasted word out she mouth. Not one word. She and Monilal quiet, Quiet. The Mr. Alexander, the housing minister, who say in there, we go nuclear bomb in Venezuela. We go bomb them. India will never allow the Indian population of Trinidad and Tobago to be harmed. You sure you want to rephrase them words, Mr. Alexander? You sure? You sure now? Your mouth hot, you're quick to talk, partner, talk. I tell you, make your words sweet, make it tasty. Make sure it's tasty, partner. Because now I go hand you a spoon. Now I go hand you a spoon. All your words have consequence. All your words have consequence, and all you do give one answer about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I not even in the country, but I in the next country. It's far. In comparison, it's that far. It's hard to get there from here because it's a transfer and then this. Anyway, I hear and I know what's going on. And I just open every night before I close my eyes. Mr. Alexander, Mr. Munilal, Miss Kamala. Every night before I close my eyes, I just pray for my brother and sister in Trinidad and Tobago. Because I frightened for my family in Trinidad and Tobago. Because me as stupid, I know the kind of game all you're playing. That is life and death. All you don't care. Your pocket full. Your pocket full. Your belly full and your pocket full. You ain't care. But all you got talk. You go give them a story. But you do tell them what really going on. That is the problem. Talk all you want, but talk the truth. We know the things you can't tell the people. That is obvious. But you do have to lie. Your priority is the people of Trinidad and Tobago, not Mr. Donald Trump, not the United States, that say they want to control all the resource, because that is their right. Their words. They tell every country you can't buy from nobody else but we. Where you getting all that oil and resource? Where you getting it from? From we. Them using every country in the world and threatening them. You ain't going along? All right then, we go cut you off, we go sanction you, we go do this, we go do that. And if you want to follow, it's war. And you there bending your kiss me ass knee to that? Miss thing, I don't bend my knee to nobody but God. Only God. I don't bow to no man except God and God alone. All you sell out the country. You sell out Trinidad and Tobago. Now use your big blasted mouth. Bring your ass out of hiding, all you. And go on the blasted news. Hold a press conference and open your mouth and say what I know you're going to say soon. United States will take control of Trinidad and Tobago for national security. Because now Russia involved, China involved. National security. Open your mouth. Say something now. Say something. Miss Thing, if I had the means, I would be there running against your ass. If I had the means, I would be there. Because you ever want to do for my brother and sister in Trinidad, you could kiss my ass. I go do it. We go do it together. We need all you. We need all you. All you feel we is child, all you feel we dotish, all you feel we know what we want, is we put all you there. And you just put every Caribbean nation in danger. Your stupidity could cost the lives of millions in the Caribbean. Your stupidity. Because their bullets are coming, you know. It's their bullets. The infrastructure alone go down. You know, people dead in Trinidad and the Caribbean? With no water, no food, no electricity. You know, people dead? Just from that, from starvation alone, madam. I'm here talking about all the people that require electricity and thing if they're on dialysis and they have health problem. Me ain't talking about that. You went there to sell we country for a blasted dollar. You go get it, you know. God don't sleep. God don't sleep. But he go take his time. And when he ready, you go get. Wait and see. You feel Mr. Trump have any loyalty to you? All right. Wait and see. Wait and see. That same man that say he was going to release the Epstein files, and now he burying it. The same man that opened him out and said this and thing was going on there, and now all of a sudden nothing happened there. The same man say I was never there, but there was an insider, government official, who had to review all these files and things, and he said on video, yes, Trump was on the plane, but nothing ever happened. Trump was on the island, but nothing ever happened. Nothing. There was no reports of nothing ever happening. That is what he said, not me. But he was never there. See, man who say he never know, he didn't really know Epstein. But find out them know each other for donkey years. And almost $1 billion get transferred over to he back and forth. Yeah, no, that is probably propaganda. Yeah, man. And now he considering pardoning Epstein's wife. Because them may commit no crime. No crime there. Same man that call himself a Christian and pound in his chest. Well, mistake. You is a Hindu, you are no Christian. So let me tell you what the Bible says. The Bible says, do not worship the work of your own hands. Do not worship the work of your own hands. I tell you, be careful about letting the devil in your front door. You let the devil in your house, he ain't gonna leave you now. And when he leave, it's not just your food he taking, you know. It's your soul he taking with him, you know. He coming with his hands swinging, and he go leave with his pocket full. Our resources don't belong to you, madam. The resources of Trinidad and Tobago does not belong to Miss Loudmouth Kamala Kakahole Pasad Bisesa. Nor does it belong to Moni Lal. It belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That is we resource. And we have a damn right to know what is being done with our resources and our dollar and our taxes. Plenty money all you're making, but all you're fixing the blasted road. All you're doing nothing. Now tell them about that $60 billion budget. Tell them about that mistake. Tell them. And tell them why economists saying that your budget will crash the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. Tell them that. Now go and split it up and hide it and lie. It could be investment. It's a long-term investment. There's a nice way of saying all you're going to spend money and waste money. It has no such thing as a long-term investment. Because you can't control the outcome of the investment. So it's a lie. Tell them. Tell them you just destroyed the country financially, you give it away, and now you put the entire Caribbean at war. Tell them. And cry. And hold your head in shame. And go bawl and complain and do that. When people turn start to come, when people turn start to get killed and dead and things there so. Cry. My brother and sister again look up in the country every kiss me ass day. You don't shed one blasted tear. But I over here and I feel in every single one. Me, I care what you do, partner. Your life is your life. I do have to agree with your life. I do have to agree with what you do. But you is still family, Dread. You is still my brother and you is still my sister. Every death in Trinidad and Tobago, I feel in here. You there. And you don't give one ass. Go tell the people what you just do to the country. Open your mouth now. Open your mouth. Well, all you. I love all you. I love all you too bad. Too bad. I love Trinbago, boy, and I love my brother and sister in Trinbago. And it hurting me to see all you fighting so, boy. It hurting me. All you, this is not the time to fight. This is the time to come together. Indian and African come together and build a country partner, and they call it Trinidad and Tobago. They come together And they make music in the country. We call it soca, we call it calypso, and we call it chutney. Indian and African does eat curry. All that we is Trini to the bone. With Carib, chutney, and soca in we veins, partner. It ain't no difference. It's them create the difference. So they can control all there. Them create it. Stop fighting your brother and sister. Stop it. Because when things start to happen, partner, I promise all you go feel it. All of we go feel it. All of we. And as hard as you feel you is, partner, I promise you, when things start to happen, you go hold your head and bawl. Stop it. Come together. Fight for something worth fighting for. Not money and not power. That is an illusion. Fight for love. The love of your country and the love of your family, your brother and sister in Trinidad and Tobago. That is God's greatest gift, was love. And if you fight for love, you never lose. Never lose. Sorry, this was a real long one. I had plenty to say today, boy. Plenty to say. I hope all you get something out of this. I just want to thank everybody for all the messages. I trying to respond. I try. But I read every single one. And I appreciate all of you. And just as all you come in here to watch this partner, all you come together. Come together. They can't hold all our way. So I love all of you. I love Trinidad. I love all my brother and sister in the entire Caribbean, because all of we is one people, boy. All of we. All of we. And if we are come together as one people, evil go take over. And that is what we're dealing with, is evil. So God bless all you. God guide all you. God keep all you safe. And God spare Trinidad and Tobago. God bless Trinidad and Tobago. And Lord Father, bring back sweet, sweet Trinidad and Tobago. Bring we country back. Anyway, take it easy, child.